Hey there, guys. So today I'm going to teach you a meditation technique that's very simple, it's very effective, and it's very quick to learn. So I'm actually going to do this in under 10 minutes. So I'm starting my clock now because one of the biggest hurdles people have is time these days. Our attention is all over the place, and that's a big reason why people don't meditate. So the first point I want to make is this has to become just a small habit. You start very small, 5 minutes a day, and you're still going to get the benefits. And in fact, this technique I've learned, I've been on retreats, I've learned really advanced techniques, breath work techniques, and I still go back to this technique, one of the first techniques I learned, and I still get the same benefits from using this really simple technique. So we're going to talk about that now. I firstly just want to tell you that I've been meditating for over 20 years now, and just some of the benefits that I've experienced. The first one is massively increased happiness and contentment. Not just the surface happiness of laughter and being with people and doing things. I mean the deep contentment, the fulfillment that you're just happy for no reason. You wake up in the morning just grateful, looking forward to the day. And that is the real jewel in the crown of happiness, when you can just feel happy for no reason and just appreciate the smallest things. And meditation definitely takes you there. A lot more creativity and inspiration. Evo and a lot of stuff I do at Evo was actually born through meditation. Once I learned to switch off the dialogue and the mind and the projections of the future and the past, self-criticism, you open yourself up to a whole new world of creativity and inspiration and guidance from your subconscious mind. Another benefit was being more present, being in the moment. This is an absolute key factor in happiness, that, you know, when you're constantly projecting in the future and you have opinions and judgments going on all the time, it's a recipe for unhappiness. You're never here. You're always in the future or the past. And meditation just naturally just makes you more grounded and present. You just become closer with your breath and really become here in the moment, and it just happens without effort. So that's a huge benefit you'll appreciate after a practice of meditation and doing it habitually. A deeper connection with people, nature, with experiences, just letting life happen instead of trying to force things all the time, being more available with people. Yeah, that's just a natural consequence of when you turn off your judgment and criticism and become more grounded. When you are more present, that's another really powerful side effect. And with that becomes more tolerance, more calmness, more composure. I used to have big anger fits, ups and downs, but one of the things meditation teaches you is to separate from the mind, to stop identifying with thoughts and emotions, and realize that when those come up, you can just watch them and just see them happen. And you don't actually have to get involved with them and identify with them. You let them flow through you. And what happens with this is you just become less anxious. You become more composed and a lot less anger. I was suffering from anxiety attacks at one point in my life quite badly. And after 3 months of meditation, I no longer suffered anxiety attacks. And over the years, just less and less anxiety to a point where now it's like rare for me to get anxious or stressed about anything. The final point I'd really like to make is the detachment from your ego. So your ego is another big part of your mind that is going to make you unhappy. It's constantly judging. It's constantly has opinions and criticisms, identifying with this is right and that is wrong. And when you separate from that, you become a lot happier. So that's another big bonus of meditation. The science on meditation is absolutely definitive. It's one of the most studied concepts in self-care. It's been proven to decrease your anxiety, to decrease your cortisol on a hormonal level in your body, increases your positive emotions and happiness, which obviously I've explained I experienced. It decreases inflammation on a cellular level. Wow, that's powerful. There was a Harvard study where they study people who meditate for such a short amount of time, and they saw it dampened some of the inflammation in people's cells. Really powerful. It increases gray matter, cortical fitness that relates to your attention span, and also enhances your immune system. If you imagine if I came to you with a supplement and said all that, it makes you happier, reduces your anxiety, boosts your immune system, and this is all proven, decreases inflammation on a cellular level, you would be biting my hand off. And it's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about meditation. There's so many benefits if you could just make this a small habit every single day. So beyond the science, I'm going to just try to show you a very quick slide before I show you the technique about why I think this is so powerful. So we all live on this surface world here. If you can see my mouse wiggling about here, we live on this surface, people, drama, mental noise, life situations, the news, opinions, television, your past stories, your future projections. And if you imagine, it's like being on a really vicious sea going up and down. You're constantly being thrown from side to side. And most of us just live on this surface, and it's really not a great place to be happy and find that contentment I was talking about. Now, when you meditate, this blue arrow, what happens is you just sink down into this place of peace, calm, wisdom, creativity, and insight. And then you come back up to the surface. Now, when you start meditating regularly over weeks, months, and hopefully years for you, what happens is a part of you stays down there. There's a part of you that's watching all the drama. It's watching all this noise going on in your head, the life situations go, and you don't get involved with it. There's a part of you that stays calm, that stays wise, that stays peaceful. And that's, for me, just a brief explanation of why I think this is so powerful. So I'm going to show you the technique now, which is really simple. I've got 4 minutes. I think I've left myself plenty of time. So the first thing is, I'm not going to tell you to sit in any positions that are strange. You know, folding your legs is great. That's absolutely fine. But for me personally, like, you know, I find sitting in a chair, as long as you have good posture, just as beneficial. So here I've got quite a good chair. You can also put cushions behind you if you're on a sofa, but what's important is you sit with good posture. So you sit relaxed, but with your back straight, okay? So we're not slumping because you're going to fall asleep, okay? So this is the technique. Now, before I go into the technique, I just want to let you know, one of the common things is I can't meditate because my mind just keeps on going and going. That's a good thing. Do you know why? Because we talked about creating the separation between the mind and who you are. Now, if you're watching your thoughts go crazy, you've taken the first step. You're not identified with those thoughts. You just watch them happen. So for the first week, 2 weeks, if that's happening, it's a good thing. Just sit there for 5 minutes and watch the chaos that's going on in your mind, because the rest of your day, you're actually in the mind and not stepping outside of it. So you've already taken the first step. So here is the simple technique. Good posture, palms are up, just comfortably on your lap. You breathe through your nose, guys. Very, very important. You breathe deeper, and if you can, a full deep breath into the abdomen at the same time. That's probably the most important part of this technique. So it's a breath like this. This is going to activate a whole new level of relaxation in your body on a hormonal level. And here is the technique. You count your breath from 1 to 10. So breathe in, breathe out, 1. Breathe in, breathe out, 2. And when you get to 10, you just go back to 1. Now, what this is doing is just distracting you from the mind and the chaos and the thoughts that are flying by. Now, you might actually just forget where you are in those as you're counting. It does not matter at all. You just return to 1 and start again. And that is the simple technique. And believe me, this is still taught in high-level meditation books. So this isn't just something that's not going to benefit you. You're still going to get great benefits from this. And hopefully, over time, if you start enjoying this, then you can start looking at different techniques and maybe even speak to me and I can tell you some other stuff. But you will get enough benefits from this meditation. I do it all the time myself, and you're really going to feel the benefits. So I've got 1 minute left, and I'm going to give you a really good recommendation. So a lot of the purist meditation teachers, they don't like you meditating to music. For me, it was hugely powerful. With a busy mind, I found listening to the right music very, very calming. And I find it just centers me so quickly. So I want to make a recommendation for the best meditation music, and that is no hyperbole. The guy is called Kip Mazoy, K-I-P M-A-Z-U-Y, Kip Mazoy. He's a guy in New Zealand who just makes the most beautiful meditation music. It's not busy. It's not like you hardly notice it going on, but it just fills you with calm. Now, I've been listening to this guy for like probably 15 years. And for me, it was very powerful. His latest stuff is the best stuff he's ever done. So I think it's called The Sound of Enlightenment. And if you go to his website, it's really old school. It's not like you just like kind of like he sends it to you, he emails you personally. So I don't think you're going to get this like instant thing. It takes like 24 hours. Well, I kind of find that quite beautiful in today's age as well. So Kip Mazoy, The Sound of Enlightenment, for me, it's the best stuff he's ever done. And I think it will really help you on your journey, especially in these initial stages. So guys, I hope this helped you guys with your meditation. Let me know if you start. And guys, just start 5 minutes, especially before bed. It's really powerful. You're going to sleep really well. I run over by 15 seconds, but I think I was pretty good to get you there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know how it goes. Take care. Bye.